Hey guys, this is Absentis and I'm joined here with Xenome, and we are going to be casting some of the games that were not officially cast at BlizzCon. We're starting here with Huk as the blue Protoss in the bottom left hand corner of Steps of War, and MakaPrime as the red Terran in the top right.
Yeah, so Huk, one of the best Protosses I think in probably in the world, but definitely in North America. And MakaPrime, he's a really powerful Terran. Uh, I don't know too much about his play. I've seen him play a lot. I just haven't really. I don't recall any specific things that he favors. Do you know anything about him in more detail?
Not really. I know he's done decently well for himself in the GSL in Season 1, and in particular, we might be seeing this matchup in GSL number 3. Huk is moving to Korea, and so this might be kind of a glimpse into the future. But as you said, nothing really sticks out for Maka in terms of playstyle.
I was just going to send that scout out now and annoy Maka with it. Maka smartly building inside of his base, not towards that ramp, because he knows that against Protoss, not as much as against Terran, but your buildings are a little bit vulnerable if you build them out towards your ramp.
Yep, and Huk is notorious for harassing workers, and so having those buildings up your ramp is gonna, really delay the amount of time where you can get an SCV out there to help defend. Everything so far looking normal for both players. Huk hasn't gotten gas yet, which is a little delayed, but nothing too unusual if he's deciding to go for kind of a zealot heavy army. And this is peculiar. He's chrono boosting his first zealot and sending it straight to his opponent's base.
Yeah, really odd, especially from Huk, who Day9 in particular really always notes that Huk always loves to chrono boost his probes, keep up that economy early on, but chrono boosting his zealots really early. Obviously, he's going to be putting on some pressure, and Maka does have a Marine on the way, but it's going to be kind of tough. Those Marines, you need a few of them until you can really fight the zealots off adequately.
Yeah, he's gonna need a bunker or something if more than one zealot shows up. There is a second zealot which is also being chrono boosted, and yeah, you can with enough micro take on a zealot with two marines, but it's rather difficult.
Yeah, and even a third one on the way now. So, yeah, Huk putting on a lot of early aggression. Maka doing some nice control with those Marines, trying to kite the Zealot, not doing it. Okay, there we go. He does lose his single SCV. He's got another barracks on the way, and he's getting a reactor on his first barracks. This is really strange. Not really strange, I guess more super calm. Even though he has a Zealot inside of his base, he feels sure of his micro enough to build a reactor instead of more Marines right now.
Yeah, I would. I mean, personally, if I were in this situation, I'd immediately throw down one or two bunkers. But he seems.
That was a nice round with the SCVs.
Oh yeah, nice taking out that guy. MakaPrime is a little supply blocked. No doubt he's been focusing, and the Zealot getting in there, killing two Marines. Is he going to get this last Marine? He does! And now it's just up to the SCVs to take out that Zealot.
Oh, I think we're a little desynced. I'm going to have to speed up a little bit. I guess this is... I have too many things running in the background, so I'll have to fix that for the next game. I think it is worth mentioning that we are doing these games out of order. So this is part of round 3, actually. And I hope that doesn't spoil any games that we plan on doing in the future. But yeah, that's probably worth noting.
Yeah, MakaPrime right now, he is starting to get a little wall off inside his own base, building that depot and the bunker to kind of form that shield with his refinery.
Yeah, and Huk, he's got 3 gates out. Well, the third one's on the way. He's chrono boosting that warp tech. He might just be going for a transition into the 4 gates.
Yeah, very possible with Huk. He is very well known for a lot of gateway play and just adding more and more gateways on. That little scout by Maka to see what units are in there, and he might be pushing out. He's emptied his bunker. He's got a nice mix of Marines and Marauders.
Yeah, I think if he does push out, he'll probably wait for that stim before actually engaging. He does, he's using his barracks to their fullest potential, getting Marines and Marauders pretty normal.
Yeah, and Huk is looking to move out, but without a sentry, this isn't going to be all that great. MakaPrime will definitely win this engagement. Stim going down, taking out both Zealots, and now chasing after those Stalkers.
Yeah, there he goes. I'm still lagging a little bit behind you, but that's okay. There we go, taking out both Stalkers, and now moving into the main here. Huk does have a little bit, but he's not going to be able to defend off this force.
No, what he really needs right now is a sentry. He definitely has the money for it. Huk trying to bring back injured Stalkers one by one, but MakaPrime focus firing and taking them all out. Now it's just one Stalker left, one Marauder. Marauder wins as two more Stalkers are warped in just in time to ward off that Marauder.
Yeah, Huk is, well, I'm sorry, Maka is going to find this pylon that's, well, wait for it. Oh, actually, maybe not. Oh, there we go. Yeah, he does find the pylon on the high ground, and this is really good map sense by him.
Yeah, it's very common for Protoss players to put a pylon back there, so the hallmark of a good player is to look for those places and make yourself more safe. MakaPrime is just about finished with his command center, so he'll be expanding well ahead of Huk.
Yeah, he's also getting up another 2 racks, getting his second gas finally, and getting a factory up. Huk, in the meantime, is getting a robo.
Yeah, it looks like very standard play from both players right now. Maka's doing a very bio-heavy build. I imagine we'll be seeing a starport with medevacs quite soon. And Huk, of course, is getting his gateway unit army up and getting that observer now to check out what his opponent's doing.
Yeah, he is going to see his opponent's expansion eventually. It looks like Maka going to turn into an orbital command before actually landing it. Very smart, and there we go, that starpoint now going down. So, yeah, transitioning into a more standard game, everything looking pretty normal, and both players, well, Maka is going to be able to defend that expansion pretty nicely. Huk probably should be putting down the expansion as soon as he scouts out Maka's.
Yeah, there's a probe going down there. I imagine it's going to be putting on a Nexus. No, it looks like it's just going to mine. Nope, turning back now. So Huk will be pushing out at the same time. He's going to throw down a Nexus.
Yeah, but I don't see him getting very far. This is a really nice army here by Maka, and especially with that stim, he'll easily be able to defend this. And Huk is going to be retreating back towards his natural, and he did throw up that Nexus.
A very curious thing to note is that concussive shells are only now being researched. Generally, that's one of the first things that a Terran gets against a Protoss, simply because Marauders with stim, or Marauders with those concussive shells can take out any gateway unit.
Yeah, and Immortal now out for Huk, and it looks like, well, he's actually getting a second observer out of this rover, so did the first one get sniped? Oh.
Yeah, it got all the way to Maka's natural and then was scanned and taken out.
It's really amazing that he can actually do that, that he just knows that there's an observer there.
Yeah, I mean, I occasionally am able to spot them, but obviously my eyes are nowhere near as good as Maka's, and he's doing something interesting with his supply depots, kind of putting them in a line outside of his natural, presumably to make some kind of wall that will help him defend more readily.
I've been also now scouting out with that factory. Pretty normal. Huk now has his expansion just about up, so we should be seeing a Manor. Yep, there we go. A few probes moving over. We still don't see any air, I don't believe, from Maka. No, he's just got the starport. It's just sitting there. He does have a spare reactor, so there we go. Now moving it onto there, and we should be seeing some medevacs pretty quick.
Yeah, I imagine that's the case. We have that factory going out to scout a little bit, and Maka, I guess he liked what he saw, stimming one Marine to check out his opponent's army, and then kind of retreating. I don't know if he's going to decide to... Alright, looks like he's going to be pulling back.
Dropping the main. Dropping the main.
Oh, very nice. Marines, Marauders, going to be sniping out a few probes, and then focusing on the Stalker force.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Ooh, good force fields.
Force field splitting that in
force
half,
fields.
and with so many zealots up front, it's going to be able to take that out. The drop, meanwhile, still going on. The Stalkers are stuck. Huk is going to be able to finally fend that off, and then at the natural, he's also forcing MakaPrime to retreat. So Huk winning on both fronts here.
Yeah, very nice. Do believe he saw the medevac approaching with this robo facility, and with that decreased medevac speed, that's ooh, Ghost now out for Huck. I'm sorry for MakaPrime. I'm just all over the place. Ghost now out, and that means he's gonna be EMPing these guys.